What's up, y'all, and welcome to Flames Reaction Channel. So today's video, we are going to check out ASAP Rocky. And before we start this video, I want you guys to hit that like, comment, and that subscribe button. And also, please hit that notification bell whenever I drop a brand new video. And without further ado, let's check out ASAP Rocky and some of his greatest moments of hip-hop.
Before ASAP Rocky would become a chart-topping sensation in the hip-hop scene, as a member of the ASAP Mob in 2011 and released classic solo albums like Long Live ASAP, At Long Last ASAP, and Testing. Before ASAP Rocky would begin dating his longtime friend Rihanna at the tail end of 2020.
What is your skin type?
Handsome.
One of hip-hop's most popular spitters and a true counterculture maverick, ASAP Rocky is renowned for his multitude of talents. His ability on the mic, his flair for fashion, his enjoyment of psychedelic drugs, and his very public love life that includes exes like Kendall Jenner and Iggy Azalea. The most successful member of Harlem's ASAP Mob, a collective of MC, producers, video directors, and designers, Rocky kicked off his career in 2011 and earned himself an eye-popping $3 million deal with Sony RCA in no time flat. Hit songs like Peso, Trill, and Purple Swag thrilled audiences from the very beginning. But few people at the time understood the struggle Rocky had to go through to get to this moment.
Sometimes it makes me want to tear and cry for real. Not to really get soft on people, but they don't know how it feels to really work hard.
An incarcerated father, a murdered brother, and his own stint at Rikers Island is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to this dude's absolutely insane story. But in the end, ASAP Rocky would triumph over it all on his journey to becoming one of the most popular rappers to ever hail from the East Coast. How's it going, guys? It's your boy Marlon Palmer back at it again with an updated look at the come up of hip-hop superstar ASAP Rocky. The man is all over the news right now thanks to his prolific relationship with Rihanna. That's got everyone shipping this couple hard. Except for me. Sir, if I find you, I will destroy you. So I thought now would be a great time to look back at his past and see how he got to this moment. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at DadDudeMcFly to let me know what you guys think. And let's get into the story.
NC Medicaid is for more people like me.
Full
Excuse me.
ASAP Rocky was born Rakim Myers on October 3rd, 1998 in Harlem, New York. His parents named him Rakim after the legendary rapper of the same name, and considering they almost named their daughter Erica B, which is the name of Rakim's DJ, they were either Rakim's biggest stans or had his music on repeat. Or being conceived to their music. I mean, totally normal stuff.
Rakim! Meet Rakim! That's crazy.
As huge fans of hip-hop, his parents helped foster their young son's love for the rap scene from an early age. For his 5th birthday, his dad even hooked him up with a gold chain, and the entire family cheered him on as he donned a red jacket and started strutting his stuff walking down the hallway in his home. It was Rocky's first taste of superstardom, and from that point on, he was hooked. As a kid, Rocky grew up in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, which is about a 3-hour drive away from where he was born. His father moved his entire family there to keep them at a distance from the criminal activities he was part of on the streets. As such, Rocky would spend a lot of time at the Harrisburg Mall, more specifically their Tower Record Shop, where he came across the first real crossroads of his life. He had to decide on buying either the Mortal Kombat soundtrack or an album by his namesake Rakim. After a quick consultation with his brother Ricky, he decided to pick up Rakim's Don't Sweat the Technique, and as much of a banger as that Mortal Kombat theme song was, it's probably a good thing for the rest of us that he did, because listening to this album springboarded Rocky's love affair with music. Imagine ASAP was just like a Twitch streamer, just playing Fall Guys every day. That'd be such a different life. From Rakim, he moved on to exploring other acts like Harlem MC's Dipset, as well as Mobb Deep, Wu-Tang, Run DMC, and Bone Thugs and Harmony. Each new artist he'd listen to would bring a little something new to the table and influence Rocky during this crucial time in his life. In fact, he was getting so into the music that he'd even have Ricky bang out beats on tabletops as he started spitting his own lyrics for the very first time. Just as things were coming together for Rocky, his life took a turn for the worse. At the age of 12, his father was arrested and sent to prison for drug-related offenses that left his family in tatters. Soon, Rocky, his mother, and his siblings would have to fend for themselves as their family fell into financial ruin and began relocating in order to find something as necessary as a roof over their heads. They moved to North Carolina, but found themselves homeless and living in a shelter.
I mean, I was still a kid, I was only like 13 and 14, By the time I was like going on 15, I was out the shelter. But, those 2-3 years was just crazy.
The family didn't stay there long. Instead, his mother packed up their family again and moved back to New York City, hoping that they could get by better in a place that was more familiar to them. Unfortunately, the exact opposite happened. When Rocky was only 13, his older brother Ricky, the one that had been there with him through thick and thin and helped him explore his newfound passion for music, was shot and killed about a block from their home.
The fact that God put me through so much rough stuff early on lets me know that life is gonna be smooth sailing from here, and I just want to help.
As tragic an event this was, it wouldn't keep Rocky from working those same streets. The call to make money proved to be too powerful for him to resist. Rocky started off by selling weed, before moving on to selling crack, eventually making as much as $50,000 a month. But he's always stated that his heart just wasn't in it. He didn't consider himself to be a big-time hustler, was just looking to make enough money to support his family and his burgeoning passion for making music. With his father still in jail and his brother now dead, Rocky, his mom, and 2 sisters moved from shelter to shelter, hardly ever staying still in one spot for long. First it was Harlem, and then it was the Bronx. Before that, gave way to Philadelphia, and then back to North Carolina once again. All this moving around didn't make school easy for Rocky, and he was more concerned with sleeping in and flirting a lot than he was with an education. Then, in 2004, it was Rocky's turn to get busted, and he landed himself on the inside of Rikers Island Prison. While incarcerated, he shared his cell with fellow NYC MC Casanova, who saw firsthand how well Rocky could protect himself when he watched a young kid get in a fight in the cafeteria over some soup. Long story short, it was Rocky who walked away the victor, and before he knew it, he was one of the most popular inmates on the island. Rocky got hands, bruh.
All the was loving me because I was some skinny, pretty boy on the island. Feel me? I only had to fight one. Got that up.
Rocky only spent 2 weeks on the inside, and the combination of his chance encounter with Casanova and the desire to move on from his brother's death helped galvanize him to focus his efforts on his passion for music. He finally realized that rap music could be more than just a lifelong love. It could also be an economic opportunity. In 2007, Rocky hooked up with the collective known as ASAP Mob, a sprawling assortment of artists from all different mediums, which was co-founded by ASAP Yams, a Harlem-born event planner who took Rocky under his wing and dubbed him by the name we know today, ASAP Rocky. And just in case you're curious, ASAP stands for a whole bunch of different things, including Always Strive and Prosper, Assassinating Snitches and Police, and even the very meta acronym symbolizing any purpose personally.
ASAP it stands for Always Strive and Prosper. And with that, everybody who's in ASAP has that name in front of it. ASAP so-and-so, ASAP. So my name just happens to be ASAP Rocky.
I'm just going to keep saying as soon as possible, though. This makes things less complicated. For me. Determined to make something out of his life, Rocky began recording music with his new crew. Inspired heavily by his passion for Houston's hip-hop scene, Rocky began working with 3 of ASAP Mob's producers, Clams Casino, ASAP Ty Beats, and Space Ghost Perp, in an effort to create experimental soundscapes and beats that sounded nothing like the music from his hometown of New York. He self-released the single Purple Swag in 2011, the video for which was released only 2 months after ASAP had abandoned selling drugs to pursue his musical aspirations full-time. The video was a huge hit online, but not everyone was willing to embrace Rocky just yet. In particular, New Yorkers, who didn't dig his new sound at all. Dealing with the blowback from his peers was tough, but thankfully, it wouldn't last long. His next self-released single was titled Peso, and that track was a huge hit everywhere. Here in Toronto, like everyone downtown was dressing like this guy. And I mean everyone. Suddenly, a major label bidding war had begun in an earnest attempt to sign ASAP Rocky before he even had a chance to release his first mixtape. Live Love ASAP. Rocky would end up signing with the Sony RCA imprint, Polo Grounds Music, for an unbelievable sum of $3 million. But ASAP wasn't just looking out for himself with his deal. He took care of his whole crew. He split the money between himself and ASAP Mob, ensuring that their record label ASAP Worldwide would receive nearly half of those $3 million. In October of 2012, ASAP dropped what is arguably his most well-known track, Problems, which was a feature with Drake, 2 Chainz, and Kendrick Lamar. The success of this single helped launch Long Live ASAP, his debut studio album, to the #1 spot on the Billboard 200 when it dropped in January of 2013. It was a bittersweet moment though, as right before his album dropped, his father passed away in December.
You know, I just lost my dad less than a month ago. The fact that I could sit here and talk to you guys is a blessing.
Rocky would pick himself up and move on to other creative endeavors, including founding OGG, a creative agency that only has 2 rules. 1, never reveal what OGG means. And 2, when in doubt, always refer to rule number 1. The brand launched in 2015 with mysterious purpose and has done business with collaborators like Guess and Under Armour, as well as signing up-and-coming talent like Playboi Carti and producing music videos for ASAP Mob and Tyler the Creator. Man, this guy loves his abbreviations. That same year, he dropped At Long Last ASAP in May. But once again, Rocky found himself dealing with a horrible loss. His good friend and mentor, ASAP Yams, overdosed and unfortunately passed away at the age of 26.
Yams is a spirit. He's an energy. And he was always about, like, discovering new talent and trying to put new people on and whatnot like that.
In May of 2018, Rocky moved forward by dropping his 3rd album, Testing, which debuted on the Billboard 200 at #4, and then in July of 2019, a video surfaced of ASAP and his entourage getting into a fight with men on the streets of Stockholm, Sweden. Rocky swears it was in self-defense, but he was nonetheless arrested and confined to a detention center to await trial. President Trump even got involved in an attempt to get Rocky pardoned, but he would spend a month in prison before being found guilty of the assault in order to pay damages to one of the victims. He was also given a suspended sentence that capped his jail time at the month he had already spent locked up. More recently, Rocky has been making waves as it appears that he and his good friend Rihanna have taken things to the next level, being spotted all around the globe in one another's company, which has people talking, and me absolutely fuming. But as for where that relationship might go, well, I think that's a story for another time. Hopefully it goes bad. And another video. After all, this is before they were famous. What did you guys think of Rocky's up?
All right, y'all. That's it for this video, and I'm out. Peace out, y'all.